Furies. Water of life. Or I could say Rasatsu. Oh fuck, I forgot how to say water of life. Oh fuck, no! Oni Ochimizu? Fuck. Cleaning time! So we were ordered to clean the entire compound.
ったく、なんなんだよ大掃除って。俺は掃除とか整理整頓がこの世で一番嫌いなのによ。
ぐちゃぐちゃ言ってないで、さっさとそこのタンスを持ち上げてくれって。散々自慢してた体力を披露するいい機会じゃねえか。うわー、ネズミが出た。
落ち着け、大事はない。どうやらそこにある握り飯を餌にしていたようだな。
本当だ、誰だよ、食い残しの握り飯をこんなところに隠してたやつ。
まったく、なぜ私がこのような雑用に駆り出されなければならんのだ。そもそも私は軍略が専門だというのに。
いいじゃねえか。いつも自慢してる公衆流なんちゃらでパパッと終わらせてくれよ。
黙れ。私の公衆流軍学はこのようなくだらぬ役目のためにあるものではない。
原田も人が悪いな。こいつが盲信してる時代遅れの兵法なんて、このご時世掃除の役にも立たないだろう。
ミキ君、言葉に気をつけたまえ。確かに洋楽には劣るかもしれんが、公衆流軍学は決して時代遅れではなく。
お、近藤さんだ。
近藤局長、ご覧ください。先ほどまで足の踏み場もないほどだった部屋が私の指導でここまで。局長は
Takeda realized Kondo-san was nowhere to be seen and he glared at Harada.
引っかかりやがった。
原田、貴様、測ったな。
ぶつくさ文句言ったり、ペコペコしたり、怒ったり、忙しいなあんたも。そうやって相手によってコロコロ態度変えてて疲れねえか。
Hi everyone, I washed the rags. Please use this when you wipe the floor.
ああ、ありがとうよ。
Despite being upset because of chore duty, the men swiftly cleaned the room as a team. Matsumoto sensei came the next day to inspect the cleanliness of the compounds.
まあまあ綺麗になったじゃないか。
だろ、この筋肉は飾りじゃねって先生もようやく分かってくれたみてえだな。
人を動かすという点に関しては軍略も掃除もさして変わりませぬゆえ。
あんた文句言ってただけだろうが。でも掃除は一日休んでたんだろ。ずるいよな、みんな頑張ってる時に。
しょうがないじゃない。土方さんが過保護なんだから。
お前が変な咳するからだろうが、養生しねえからいつまでも治らねえんだよ。
しかし、やはりこうして片付いていると気分がいいものです。
まあな、見違えたもんだ。これはこれで悪くね
え。よし、これからは毎日掃除するか。
おう、頼んだぜ平助。
なんで俺だけなんだよ。体力自慢の新発さんが真っ先に働くべきだろ。
I'll help too, Heisuke.
そっか。そんじゃ明日から二人で頑張ろうな。新八さんなんて放っておいて。
おいおい、ちょっと待てって。誰もやらねえとは言ってねえだろ。
お、そこにまだゴミがあるじゃねえか。ちょうどいい。捨ててこい、新八。
いや、だから明日からだろ。なあ、ヘスケ。
片付けたそばから暴れるな。誇りが立つ。
I was enjoying the banter when I noticed something. I'm gonna go get water, cause I am out. Be right back. We're gonna try to make it through this scene that's coming up, and then end the stream because I just heard thunder, which is not the best thing you'd want to hear while streaming. Alright. Let's do this. Or maybe you heard it there. I don't know if it was loud enough. Oh. I could see Okita and Matsumoto-sensei outside, walking off somewhere together. Where could they be going, I wondered. Well, this time, we're actually worried about Okita. Oh, the rain's coming. What were Okita and Matsumoto-sensei doing? Was Okita going to talk to the doctor about his cough? He was coughing an awful lot lately. Now that I thought about it, was he alright? I decided to follow them. Unfortunately, I waited too long, and by the time I made my way outside, they were gone. I think they went this way.
おや、雪村君、誰かを探しているんですか？
Shimada! Shimada, have you seen Okita and the doctor?
沖田君たちなら中庭の方に行ったようですが。
Thank you.
急ぎすぎて転ばないよう気をつけてください。それでは、俺はこれで。
Goodbye. I saw him walk off and it got me thinking. The courtyard. Should I try and catch up, or should I go around the back to reach the courtyard before they did? We catch up. Yeah, we catch up. I figured my best course of Fuck. I figured my best course of action was to follow them and hope I could catch up. And there they were. Just like Shimada had said. I could see Okita and the doctor sitting on a bench talking. Their expressions were grim, so I kept my distance and hid as well as I could. Eavesdropping was not something I was proud of, but I had a terrible feeling about Okita.
結論から言おう。お前さんの病は老害だ。
For a second, as the thunder kicked in, my heart stopped. A shiver ran down my spine and suddenly I felt very, very cold. Did he just say...
なんだ、やっぱりあの有名な死病ですか。
Okita has...
驚かないのか。
そりゃ、ただの風邪がこんなに長引くはずもないですしね。
Okita has tuberculosis? It was all I could do to keep from screaming. My whole body shook.
でも、面と向かって言われると、さすがに困ったな。
笑い事ではなかろ
う。これでも困ってるんですけどね。
老害の一番の薬は西洋だ。新選組は離れて精のつくものを食べてゆっくり体を休めなきゃいかん。
それはできません。
そうせんと体は悪くなるばかりだぞ。今はそうやって平気なふりができても いずれ布団から起き上がることすらできなくなる。
じゃあその時までここにいますよ。血を吐きながらそれでも刀を取ります。
なぜそれほどまでここにいたいんだね。
僕は新選組の剣ですから、ここにいることが僕の全てなんです。新選組の前に立ちふさがる敵を切る、ただそれだけなんですよ。
お前さんの覚悟は分かった。だがな、この病は悪化すると周りの人に迷惑がかかる。それは分かるな。今後は私の言いつけを守ってもらわねばならんぞ。もし守れんのならすぐに近藤さんに言うからな。
それってまさか苦い薬とか飲まなきゃならないんですか？
当然だろうが、病人なんだからな。
Holy shit! Did the mic pick that up? I don't know. Oh my god.
わ、困った人に知られちゃったな。
Okita sounded cheery, but I was listening in a state of shock. Okita is going to die? My chest was tight and breathing had become an effort. I leaned heavily against a nearby beam and struggled to hear the rest of the conversation. Matsumoto-sensei went quiet, his eyes looking off into the distance. Okita grinned and nudged him.
先生、近藤さんたちには言わないでくださいよ。約束ですからね。
He was quiet for a long time. At last he sighed and his shoulders slumped.
まあ、どうしても言えないことってのはあるだろうな。私もあの子に打ち明けていないことがあるんだ。
Eh? He looked up at the sky for a moment.
行動さんが上位派の過激浪士連中と行動を共にしてるかもしれんなんてな。とてもじゃないが伝えられんよ。
The news of Okita's illness had me so scattered, I almost cried out at this new piece of intelligence. My father, working with nationalists. Then Matsumoto-sensei did know something about where my father was.
世の中、ままならないものですね。
まったくだな。まあ、これからは頻繁に新選組に通ってお前さんのことを見てやる。だからくれぐれも無理はせんようにな。
分かってますよ。お気遣いありがとうございます。
I was lost in thought for a few moments, and when I finally looked up, Matsumoto-sensei was already gone. Okita had tuberculosis. Father was working with the men who wanted to overthrow the shogunate. My head was spinning. It was so much to take in. Just then, I suddenly heard him say my name and I froze. Wait, did he know I was here the whole time? My heart resumed beating, but was now beating so quickly that it seemed to burst my chest.
出ておいで。もういいから。
His deep eyes were looking straight towards me. So Okita had noticed I was here the whole time. I braced myself and approached him.
はい、こっちこっち。おいで。
He grinned coolly and patted the bench next to him. I couldn't bear to look into his eyes. my eyes trained purposefully on the ground at my feet. I slowly lowered myself onto the bench. The silence was maddening. My head felt somehow light and heavy at the same time, as if it might sink into my stomach or float away like a balloon. The silence was unbearable, so I spoke out.
さっきの松本先生の話だけど、まさか本気にしてないよね。
His words were defensive, as if he needed to tell himself that it weren't true. I was at a loss.
あの先生、悪い冗談が好きみたいだね。こんな健康な病人がいるはずないのに。でも冗談なら冗談で、言う場所を選んでほしかったな。ここにはこうやって根も葉もない話を本気にするおバカさんがいるんだし。
Was it really all a joke? This was a doctor who was recognized in his field by the shogun, and it's unlikely he was wrong. Even so,
君、医者の娘なんでしょ？もし僕が本当に老害だったら、もっと早くに気づいてたはずだよね。君が今まで何とも思わなかったんだから、病気じゃないんだよ。ただの
holy shit! Considering Okita's condition, I couldn't imagine trying to burst his bubble. Nothing I could say would make the situation better.
誰にも言わないよね。もし誰かに言うつもりなら、やっぱり切らなくちゃならないかな。
I'd heard those words many times before, often delivered in a cheerful, casual tone. If I got in the way, he'd kill me. If I wasn't useful, he'd kill me. And every time I'd heard them, I'd been terrified by how serious he was. But this time, he only sounded sad. You say that so much, Okita. I could feel tears welling up in my eyes, but no, this wasn't the time. With a mighty effort, I swallowed the sob building in my chest. He gave me an odd, crooked smile.
そうかもね。
He stood up. After a second's hesitation, I followed suit. Okita. For the first time since I'd sat down, I looked straight into his eyes.
何？
My mind was still reeling from everything. I just learned, but I had to give him an answer. I won't tell anyone about your illness. I promise.
So, ありがとう。
His smile was gentle and as honest as I'd ever seen from him. After he left, I stood alone in the courtyard. It was the first time Okita had thanked me for anything. By all rights, I should have been happy, ecstatic even, but instead I felt miserable. My heart was a stone in my chest, and my stomach felt as if it had twisted itself nearly in half. Okita. A stray breeze caressed my cheek. It felt cold. Ah, right. So that is the scene where I actually respect Okita. This is where I start to actually like him. Holy fuck. I've been trying to figure out what the proper order to do this game in, and I think Okita's route has to be the first one you do. Because of this scene alone, and because of all of the other routes, you find out he has this way too late. And it's kind of a little bit ruins this moment in particular if you did. I think Okita's is first.